day to talk sports. So welcome to Inside the 90, brought to you by Stadium Side. Cosmos Chukwemeka, my name, and today we are ready to dissect. We need to find out the difference between Egbe and Egbe. Why is it that Ademola Lookman knows how to find the back of the net in the Copa del Rey, but once it comes to La Liga, in fact, the two games he has featured, his team has not won. What could be the problem? We're going to look at that. I'm putting on a Barcelona top today because I feel they are going to win tonight. They have a battle and they must do everything possible to get that 3 points. The last time out, Atletico Madrid popoed them. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Oh! Mahim Brash and Trakoko, yeah. So it's good to brag, say be Barca fan, but once you jam Atletico Madrid, then go humble you. And there's a Barca fan in here, and I'm sure that his heart is beating on microsecond. Emrys, how does it feel? Like, no, please, be sincere. Nothing they wrong if you talk, they say know yourself, no be insult. That's how one of they laugh when I see these guys now. I know they like this kind of thing. This thing no be joke. I know be basket mouth. But back to you, as I was saying, when you concede 1, concede 2, concede 3, concede 4.
First half.
In the first half,
First half.
One of them. I don't know if you just allow me to answer this question first. Then you now come make reference to the, say that first half. I mean, how many kilos you lose?
Well, I don't lose any kilo.
Huh?
I don't lose any
You
kilo.
don't say that slim.
see your job.
I've been slim already.
You even change your cap.
No.
I mean, can't we welcome for the last podcast? You welcome now.
I feel your pain.
See,
I feel your pain.
For that match, I go talk say we no actually play anything.
Oh, nice.
I go talk that one. But then we are not out of the competition yet.
Ah!
We are not out yet.
4-0, first leg, Copa del Rey.
We are not out
What's
yet.
your second leg?
Okay, wait. You feel you can score 5 goals against Atletico and they're not going to score 1?
It's possible. Remember last season?
I get that before na property.
I want to make a reference. Last season, ATM was winning Barca 2-0.
Okay.
That is 2.
I'm coming. Till the 85th minute, Barca came back to win that match 4-2. So I still have confidence that we are going to see somehow qualify for the
My
semi-final.
dear, that is Delulu. Delulu.
You know say. When I know
That's
they,
illusion now.
they don't wait for this period for a long time.
Period.
I mean, my United fans.
Okay.
So they're very happy.
Nigga.
But I don't tell them before, say, you know, go last.
I'm happy for Lookman.
May they enjoy
I'm
it
happy for
now.
Lookman.
Now expectation give birth to disappointment. And they say, blessed are those who do not expect, for they shall never be disappointed.
Now you talk.
Be careful. It's all good. Okay. I'm an actually Moko. Well, Man United, what's happened? Man United no play FA Cup.
People don't come out
We're on
sense.
holidays.
People don't come out
holidays.
sense.
They're not there.
They're not there anywhere.
holidays.
They're not there anywhere.
Competing such
Yes.
competition.
Quadratic equation only for everybody.
We're not there.
I understand. The way did the camera, I get my way there.
Yes, now.
Mm.
You know, see how where would they?
Okay.
Top 4.
Yeah, at all. 9 bad pass. You know, woman we know Sabi dance always brag about his sister. We Sabi dance before. Now the
Nice one.
now the love where you find yourself.
I get them before FC.
Nkemjika. All right. So guys, FA Cup went down over the weekend. Take out Divine, you're also a Man U fan. Even though your team did not play, but let's look at how the teams fared. Man City won their game, expected. Arsenal went to a battle with gun. I mean, battle, say they're supposed to fight with normal knife. They go carry gun, go there. Just go, rakadara, everybody.
Even it's supposed to be ordinary quarrel.
Under 27 minutes, the game was over.
Ordinary quarrel. I mean, now
Who did they play?
Wigan
Athletic.
Who be those ones? Like, if you just go, play them small, not be like that. They really vex.
They be pity for them now because as soon as they scored the first goal, they relaxed. And the second half, they needed to
just maintain it.
Exactly.
And then I think Chelsea opened the scoring thrill for that round. I'm talking about the 4th round of the FA Cup. They started it on Friday with 4-0 against Hull City. For Hull City home, I mean, what were you expecting? The only surprise, in fact, there's no surprise. You don't think it's surprise? Disappointing just for bet people. I mean, Wolves. Of course, someone is saying that's actually the most surest game for the weekend. But then they scored. They won 1-0 in extra time. So imagine there was no extra time.
But then the pitch was very terrible against Grimsby. The pitch was very,
I saw
very
some
terrible.
terrible pitches, at this last FA Cup run, and it doesn't make sense.
Are you making a case for
No,
them?
I'm not making a case for them. But then you cannot compare the playing tough Wolves play regularly to what Grimsby plays. Do you understand? If you saw pictures from that game, you would at least know that this playing surface was practically unplayable. They just did
But
that.
like they always say, a real man should not complain about the size of the swimming pool. Just swim.
Swimming pool.
That's how you go. Person go swim, no go come out again.
The major thing is
Go
to swim.
drown.
No, the major thing is to
And
swim.
then you go
Like I
drown.
said to the swimming pool. It's beyond the scope of your imagination. Continue. It is a swimming pool. You know, so one person won't confuse you, they will use big grammar. You know, so hey guys, especially people who did this behind the scene, just tell them now, what is nanatorium? All of them will begin to look at each other.
It's all right. They talk and say for Igbo, say, I see man a beke, but it's all right. That's not what we're talking about.
But where you get your phone for? I think I'm not a better.
Well, I was wondering.
I was wondering, even
Was that
the Igbo, as in like,
Repeat what you said in Igbo.
Igbo.
Yes.
Excuse you.
if they use intonation talk, we don't understand what they talk.
I see man a beke.
That's not what you said before.
That's what I said.
I beg, what is it looking like? Which teams remain for the FA Cup for England?
Anyways, the next round draws will be made on Monday, and of course, we have Man City, we have Liverpool, we have Chelsea.
Practically all the
Arsenal.
big boys are there, except Manchester
Yeah, no,
United.
Aston Villa lost to Newcastle, of course.
I said the big boys. They talk
Aston
Aston
Villa
Villa.
big boys,
Who be
You
Aston
know,
Villa?
Aston Villa too don't win Champions League before, so then
You know, not they talk to them like that. Of course, only those two draws. I didn't
no
like.
Arsenal fan, yeah. So
I didn't like that Aston Villa Newcastle
partial
meet
Arsenal
up
fan,
and Liverpool Brighton. I just don't like it when two EPL teams meet up. Of course, one is going to feel the brunt of it, and that was the case.
We always love underdog stories. We love underdog stories. I like when
let's
two
talk
PL
about-
teams.
Let's talk about what's happening in La Liga. Rayo Vallecano, nobody saw that coming to beat Atletico Madrid, even with our own Ademola Lookman, not one, not two, but by 3 goals to nothing, 3 unreplied goals.
And then when you take into cognizance that Rayo Vallecano has not won their last 4 La Liga games, and then coming on to beat Atletico Madrid, who has been on form, coming into that game after defeating Barcelona 4-0 in the Copa del Rey.
That's like a story of robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Exactly. And remember, also against Betis, after defeating Betis in the Copa del Rey, they came back in the league and also lost. I'm talking about Atletico Madrid at this point.
Yes.
So it somehow affects their chances of competing for the La Liga title because they've now lost 2 successive
Matches.
La Liga games. And then for Real Madrid, they played on Saturday and they won 4-1. But then it was a bit not a bit controversial. It was very controversial. It was very controversial.
I was actually waiting for that.
They are awarded 2 penalties in that game. For me, on a personal note,
They were not penalties.
the first penalty they got, the one they brought down. In fact, it was even diving because he dived, and then the referee awarded the penalty.
Oh wow!
And I said something during our last podcast. Somehow they manufacture penalties for Real Madrid. This is the 13th penalty Madrid has gotten this season. This is the 13th penalty they've gotten this season.
And you feel all the 13 penalties are not deserved.
No, I'm not saying all the 13th penalties. I'm saying is Madrid has somehow benefited from dubious penalty decisions from referees.
Okay.
You know
This
what?
season. This season.
You allow me finish.
In the last La Liga, in the last five seasons in the La Liga, Madrid has gotten the most penalties.
And they were not legit.
I'm not saying with that.
So that means the La Liga is corrupt.
They can allow me to lie.
No, that is what you mean.
No.
You said in the last 5 seasons.
I'm coming. Wait.
No, you said in the last
Wait.
5 seasons now.
Madrid has gotten the
last
last 5 seasons. Madrid has gotten the most penalties.
Okay.
And they were all dubious.
I'm not saying all
So
of them
are
are
you not
dubious.
seeing
I'm
from
saying
the angle that
Okay,
they structure their team in a way whereby they commit you and you just
it might also interest you to know that Madrid has only conceded 16 penalties out of after getting 54 penalties in the last 5 seasons. They've only conceded 16 penalties.
maybe because their defenders are careful.
Which careful. I do not blame them as a club. Rather, like Dika said, I think the problem lies.
The La Liga is corrupt. That is all
lies
you.
with the La Liga Referees Association.
Yeah.
Because even with the help of VAR, you do not spot these dubious penalties, these simulations, it means that there is something fundamentally wrong with the institution. That is talking about the referees now in the La Liga. And then those in charge of the VAR.
So what is your name again? No, what is his name? Why are you guys laughing? He's saying that the La Liga is corrupt because they are not giving Barcelona
I'm
penalties.
not saying the La Liga.
But how many penalties has Barcelona been received? To their own advantage in the past 5 years that you mentioned. You just talked about Madrid. You didn't mention that of Barca.
31 penalties.
31. Okay, and all the 31 are correct.
I'm not saying all of them are correct. I'm saying
there's also dubious ones.
that is why the referees comes in. Especially this particular season. We've seen so many cases or so many situations involving referees giving penalties when it shouldn't be, giving dubious yellow cards, giving dubious red cards, and then it calls into question
in favor of Real Madrid.
I'm not saying in favor of Real Madrid, even against other teams. It calls into question the
integrity
exactly of the referees in La Liga.
Wow.
Revelation.
Okay, so Barcelona will
If people cannot relate.
No,
you know
no,
why?
no.
Because during the Faggy era, you guys benefited a lot from it, and then
Benefited a lot from what?
I mean Manchester United now. So if people cannot relate.
Benefited from what
Let's
now?
continue, let's continue.
No, finish
Let's
from
continue.
what?
Okay. Let's say the joy of a madman. Now only the madman know the economic importance. So I understand. You get. Now let's talk about your team, Barcelona. They are playing tonight against Girona. 9 p.m. Nigerian time is the game. And they need to win. Because right now, because of the victory for Madrid, the 4-1 they won, it means that they are now ahead of Barca.
Yeah,
2 points, 60 points. Barca is 58. So if Barca wins, they go back, ahead of them. Can you afford to lose this game? We've seen Girona, they might not be consistent, but sometimes they pull up a shocker.
At this point, Barca cannot afford to drop not even a single point.
But you lost 4-0 to Atletico Madrid. Wouldn't that affect the psyche of your team, of players going to?
I don't think so. I think tonight, Barca is going to win. I cannot predict the scoreline, but I think it's going to be a comfortable victory for Barcelona this evening.
Without Rafinha, Rashford.
Rafinha is back.
He's back.
Exactly. So even without the Rafinha you mentioned or Rashford, I think Barca is also going to win against Girona tonight.
Rafinha.
Really?
Exactly.
This season, without Rafinha.
What can Barca do without?
Remember, Rafinha has been out. There was the time he was out for like 2 months.
And you guys
And
are
But then
shaky.
we won. But then we won
Exactly.
matches. We won matches without him.
You are shaky.
No, we won matches without him. Yes or no?
There are matches you also didn't win.
Dika,
That's it, exactly.
All things being equal, Ademola Lookman should be playing his first Champions League
Game for ATM.
for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
That will be, on Wednesday, away to Club Brugge, the first leg of the playoff. Do you see them overcoming Club Brugge in the first leg?
Well, one thing about Atletico Madrid is they have something in common with Borussia Dortmund, Monaco, Tottenham, Atlanta, these clubs, Benfica also. They all have something in common in Europe, and that is inconsistency. Against Club Brugge, they can go there and lose. You never can tell. When they played in the Copa del Rey against Barcelona, no one expected that scoreline. And that is what ATM has been able to deliver in the past 8, 9, 10 seasons. Inconsistency. Because in the La Liga, they've made the La Liga look like a 2-team league. Barcelona, Real Madrid. Barcelona, Real Madrid. Their manager is the longest, one of the longest in Europe top 5 leagues. He has stayed there more than any other. Yes, Diego Simeone.
A former teammate of Kanu Nwankwo.
Yes. So I wonder what the problem is. In this Champions League game, I was even expecting them to qualify automatically. But here they are playing in the playoffs. So against Club Brugge, I can't really say they are going to win. I, for one, was not that excited when Lookman moved to that club.
Why? But that's an upgrade. I mean,
Yes,
talk
it
about
was.
from
It was.
Atalanta
Yes,
to
it was an
Atletico Madrid.
upgrade. Atlanta is another inconsistent team also in Italy. It was an upgrade, but I wanted better for
Which
the
club?
former African Footballer of the Year. I wanted a team that is consistent.
Like,
He can go to Barca.
Barcelona were never interested.
No, I know. He can go to Real Madrid.
They were never interested as well.
He can come to England. Any of the big teams in England can get him. If Man City can go for Semenyo, Man City can have Edoku. These are not players in Lookman's caliber. Look at Arsenal. They have Noni Madueke. They have Martinelli. They have Trossard. They have Saka. And we're talking about Lookman that have won the African Footballer of the Year. And he's in ATM. I mean, look at Manchester United. Ahmad, Mbuemo. Then we're talking about Lookman that won the African Footballer of the Year. Lookman is supposed to be in the big league, playing with the big boys, not ATM. He's in the big league, yes. He's playing with, yes.
The third best team in La Liga.
Exactly.
Yes, the third best team, but I wanted something better than ATM for him.
Okay.
Because ATM, their last game against Rayo Vallecano, they lost 3-0. I mean, why beat Barcelona 4-0 and then you're losing 3-0? You know, this is one team that can just go and falter at any time. Their inconsistency is equal to none.
Perennial inconsistency.
So I was expecting Lookman, okay, come on, hit the big boys, bigger boys than ATM. They've not been there for me.
All right, for me, I don't have a problem with that move. But on that day, on that Wednesday by 9 p.m., it's going to be a battle of two Nigerians. Rafael Onyedika, who plays for Club Brugge, a midfielder. You know, both of them were together at the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, and then they are going to face each other. It will be very nice to see. Now let's talk about Madrid. Madrid will be taking on Benfica. We can't forget that dramatic scene, at the group stage phase.
Trubin.
Where Trubin, the goalkeeper, came out, head that ball in, and then they got the 4-2 victory at the expense of Real Madrid. That was fantastic. Will Thunder strike twice? That's the big question.
I don't think so.
No. You see, of course, Mourinho is a big name. Only he can do. If you watch the highlights or the match itself, he was the one that told the keeper to move. He asked him to come there.
Yeah.
Well, it was like he knew, okay, if you come there, you're going to head it. It's going to be a goal. That was the highlight for that particular match. And Madrid is a team, of course, that you can do that, but you don't. Except Barca, a team that does not do that to them twice. I'm seeing this as a payback for Benfica.
For Benfica or for Madrid?
No, like Madrid is going to pay Benfica back.
Okay.
It's going to be a payback.
Dika, you share that sentiment?
Yes, I share that sentiment. I don't see Benfica upsetting Madrid again in the Champions League. Remember that whenever the anthem of the Champions League is being, sang, it's like Madrid, they are on another level. Come on. So I don't see it happening.
Champions League is synonymous with Madrid.
Yes, just call the Champions League, you call Madrid.
Okay, since we're talking about the Champions League, there is a battle between Galatasaray and Juve. And when you mention Galatasaray, the former Africa Footballer of the Year, Victor James Osimhen comes to mind. And then the question is, can they get past Juve? Now, note this, for those who don't know, only two players have found the back of the net for Galatasaray this season in the Champions League. Victor Osimhen, 6 goals. And then there is Akgun, who has 2 goals. That's 8. The other goal that made it 9 was an own goal.
Yeah.
So just 9 goals, and then only 2 players have contributed to that effect. So if Osimhen does not play, they don't score.
Yeah.
But we saw how they went gone blazing in their last game in their own conventional league. Mauro Icardi came to play, it was his day. And you feel, okay, maybe the coach can do a double partnership instead of playing the 4-2-3-1 up front. Just go with a 4-4-2 formation of Victor Osimhen and Mauro Icardi facing Juve. But Juve, on the other hand, have guys that can also do the damage. When you look at Dusan Lajovic, he has scored 3 goals already this season. There is Weston McKennie, also 3 goals. And then you look at other players, what about Jonathan David and so on, 1 goal apiece. At least they've contributed to about 16 goals, for that team. Can Juve stop them?
Well, yes, they can.
First leg is at Galatasaray.
Yes, and that is the stadium where they say welcome to hell. It's one stadium that a lot of players don't want to play.
Very intimidating.
Because the fans will intimidate you.
Exactly.
The atmosphere is equal to null in Europe. But Juventus also have not been consistent in the Champions League. Reason why they are here, Gala have the upper hand because they are playing at home. But I expect, Juventus to knock them out. But like you mentioned, Victor Osimhen is the main man. If they can be able to hold him down, don't allow him assist, don't allow him score. Yeah. Because whenever he scores in the Champions League, they tend to be motivated and get the win. Remember what happened to Liverpool in the Champions League where he scored and then the team, had that confidence. He's one player that plays with confidence. Yeah. So if Juve can be able to cage him, for Mauro Icardi, the age is no longer on his side. Yeah. He can do that in the league, but not in Europe.
Leroy Sané is not the Sané we used to
Yes,
know before.
yes. Sané is also, down with age and all that. I was expecting them to even go for Lookman. I know it will be a downgrade, but it was their city rivals, Fenerbahce, that went for him. The depth in squad is not there. Yes, they have some names.
The names are there.
The names are there, but not the form like they used to be.
Yeah.
So I expect that game to end in a draw.
Okay, so the records are not in favor of Juve because Juve, they've only played Galatasaray 4 times in the Champions League, and on those 4 occasions they won once, and that victory came right there in Turin. In fact, in their last 2 visits to Galatasaray in Turkey, they've not scored a goal. They lost those 2 games. So maybe Galatasaray will dig deep and look at it and say, okay, if Stats plays football, then they should have it.
Yeah, when it comes to backline, Galatasaray, they've done a good job. Their back, you don't easily penetrate their defenders like that. The only problem, just like you mentioned, is if they hold Osimhen, if Osimhen does not play, Galatasaray is not playing. I've noticed it even in their own league. In fact, there was a match I watched. I'm like, what's happening? Osimhen was not seeing the ball. So they lost that match, I think, and it was embarrassing. So the only thing is just like if he can actually play 2 up front, if this guy does not get it, if Osimhen does not score, let him assist. If play 2
For me,
up front.
I think the coach should start both Osimhen and Maro Icardi in that game. I mean, we are into the business part of the league. I mean, the Champions League now. And they're playing at home. There's nothing to lose. Go all out. Maximize your home advantage,
So when you go
and
to
then
another place, lock
make
up.
sure you at least anyhow get to your goal. Put your best strikers in there and get the goals as soon as possible.
Okay, Monaco will be taking on PSG. Dika.
It's a straight game for PSG. Monaco has not been consistent this season. At some point they had this good run. When the former Barcelona guy, Ansu Fati, was delivering for them, and then they had some games that were overplayed. But all of a sudden, they took their foot off the pedal, and they went back to the Monaco we used to know: inconsistency. Just 1 or 2 players, doing very well for themselves. Zakaria and Akoloche, they have been the ones, performing for them. But Monaco I don't see them, equaling what PSG will bring to the table. Although for PSG in the league, the last game they lost, after demolishing Marseille. But in this game, I expect PSG to win.
All right. We know that Dortmund will battle with Atalanta. Also, another good game.
2-1. So I was going to say that 2-1.
But Dortmund have shown us that they have something to offer this season because they are giving Bayern a run for their money in the Bundesliga. They are second on the table. And then let's even talk about the Bundesliga. Yes, Bayern won over the weekend 3-0. Harry Kane hitting a brace, and in the process, recorded the 500 career goals. That's a goal machine.
Yes, another goal machine is the Dortmund Sead Gurase, the African. And not forgetting the US international also racing. He has also been in fantastic form. I mean, it is just 6 points.
Difference
Between Bayern and Dortmund. And in the Bundesliga, just 2 of them. Because talk about the other team, Hoffenheim.
Bayer Leverkusen, the defending champions, are fifth of the Lord. They won over the weekend.
They won over the weekend, yes. Stuttgart is 4th. Leipzig is 6th. Leipzig even drew yesterday. So it's a 2-horse race in Germany. But if you ask me, will Dortmund win the league? I will say no. Because very soon, they are in fine form. They've been winning their games. But if you also consider that in most of their matches, they also concede. The last time they won 3-2, and you see the next time they won 2-0. So that consistency, they concede also. The back line is shaky. So they have a fantastic striker, which I feel, you made mention of Harry Kane. If Harry Kane leaves Bayern, they will sign Gurase. It's a tradition as well.
But then, if you consider the age of Seydou Gurase,
how old is he?
It should be 31 now. It's 31.
How old was Harry Kane when Bayern got
You cannot compare a certain Harry Kane with Seydou Gurase.
So what are you saying? Gurase is just unlucky to be playing for Dortmund.
Yes, he was from Stuttgart, and you saw how many goals he scored in the
He
league.
was just unlucky. If he was another team.
For Seydou Gurase.
Say so.
Bayern cannot go for Seydou. Listen is this. Where was Harry Kane coming from? For the English Premier League. I mean, this is a
From which club? Tottenham.
This is a world-class striker now. What are we talking about?
Okay, it's all good. Talking about Italian Serie A, Inter dig deep to win over the weekend, and then how good is Atalanta faring?
they're just holding on, and I don't know if it, of course, call me sentimental, but I think they're reaping what they
But
did.
since Lukman left, they've been winning games.
And but where's he getting them? Where's he getting them? The Guyera as the same.
You want them to lose, but it's so.
Not be scared because of what they do. Now you need to own it.
What did they do to
Talk
him?
about Bello.
This one I don't understand. though.
And, but for me, my highlight for the weekend when it comes to the Serie A was the bizarre refereeing decisions in the Italian Serie A.
Is it again?
You've become a referee.
No. It was very obvious.
Then in which of the games? Because Atalanta won their game comfortably, 2-0 away from home against Lazio. So I don't see anything wrong with the officiating. I saw that game.
Or is it Napoli Roma?
I'm talking about the
Udinese.
Juventus game.
Oh.
Okay. So
The red card to Kalulu. Also, the Nigerian striker that plays for Hellas Verona, Victor Ban, was shown a red card.
it was not deserved.
It was not deserved. It was with the ball, and the opponent was somehow dragging his shirt.
And what did he do?
What he did, he just stopped and then asked the referee, protested. It wasn't as if he went to the referee. He was being dragged and then he stopped and then turned to the referee. And like...
And are you sure he didn't utter any word?
From what has been said about the incident, he didn't utter any word. In fact, the referees committee has come out to apologize to Hellas Verona because of that red card.
And then it will be restated then. Surely they need to appeal, because if you have good case, appeal, it will be restated. Since they've apologized, then it means that something is wrong. So at least this one is spot on for you and you're okay. But let's talk about the red card given to Kalulu, the Juventus player. Are you going to fault that as well?
Yes.
For me, I don't think it was a red card.
Oh, okay.
You always have issues.
Do you see? Why don't you see a game without a referee? Let the players play without a referee.
No. The thing is this. You've always known me. I don't come out every time to talk about referees.
No, you
I don't like talking about referees.
You do.
When you talk about penalties, about that.
Yes, Madrid, you're talking about referees. You do. Every time you talk about Madrid, you talk about referees.
When you see as an analyst and then you see a very dubious.
Use that word.
That word dubious.
Very dubious, man.
Okay, see here. The life we live, we are all referees. If you get to girlfriend, you're a ref. Because you could officiate, see the time this one will use come. Not doing anything.
Who will give you a look? Who will give you a
Like the director of the cameraman, the person, the directors, when they direct now referee. You say, you focus on this person. You focus on this one. Now referee. So you too, are you saying that your own officiating, you don't make any mistake? How many girlfriends do you have? Let's start with that.
I'm not getting a girlfriend.
You see, now
They
some
will
people
catch
say
you.
deny Jesus.
They will catch you. See your life.
You see? So you're not a good referee. That's why you don't get girlfriend.
That's why you complain about it.
Now, because you get girlfriend,
If it was a man officiate,
you could officiate well. Right.
Anyways, I just like what they're doing. They are there.
That was
They've made a statement.
a very strong victory coming from them. 3-2 at the expense of Juve. Cambiaso scored one also an own goal. The other side, and he just found the back of the net. But then, Inter, can they still win the title?
Right now, it's their thing. I don't think who's coming up. Milan they've been consistently following behind. They cannot go above Inter. So Napoli and Roma, two of them. I like Napoli and Roma. Two of them just a drag. Napoli is third. Roma is fourth, and they met over the weekend. They played 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
They still maintain their position. So I don't see a threat to Inter.
The threat will be Milan, who have been giving
yes.
hand.
And they have a consistent form now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if they win that game, it will take them to 56 points. So the difference will now be 61-56. That's about 4. And any blip whatsoever throws it open. So it's a good game to look out for. Napoli just mentioned is third on the log.
Conte again.
Yeah.
Inconsistency.
Yeah. But I mean, it will be asking for too much if we want him to retain the title.
At least give Inter a good run for their money. Talking about Inter, that is one club I wanted Ademola Lookman to go to. Though they went for him during the summer, but Atlanta, like she said, Atlanta did their shenanigans and he couldn't go, on that transfer. But for Inter, I see them winning the league.
Yeah.
Okay, the favorite club, the best in the world, Brest, over the weekend. they allowed their opponent to squeeze them. So it was 1-1 that it ended. Brest cannot win.
The squeezing was not too much.
Yeah.
Unlike what Nice did to them.
Nice turned them to nice Brest. Why are you quiet? I don't understand.
But now that you guys spoke about the future, so why you go not talking?
They don't want to talk about Brest because they drew 1-1. Okay. All right. Now let's switch gears and talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League. Match day 26 went down across various centers in
the best league in the world.
Yeah, that's the best league in the world. That's
absolutely.
Is that sarcasm?
Best league in the world.
No.
The best league in the world. I say sarcasm.
Yes, it's the best league in the world.
The MPFL. Okay, let me tell you why it's the best league in the world. The MPFL, all teams as it stands can go on relegation.
Yeah.
Because yes,
I love that.
The last team is Con Khalifa.
Yeah.
They have 25 points.
Mm-hmm.
The team on top, Ikorodu, has 42 points.
Okay.
Now, 12 matches to go. We're talking about 16 points. Sorry, we're talking about 36 points. If you add that 36 points to Con Khalifa, there will be 61 points.
Okay.
And no team in the MPFL has 61. So no team is safe. Until you get 61 points, you know that if Khalifa wins their 12 matches, they will be on 61 points. So you need to be on 61.
Which is not impossible.
No. That is why it's the best league
It's not
in the world.
impossible. Anything can happen.
That is why it's the best league in the world. Because the team on top, if you start losing your games, Khalifa start winning, you go down to the relegation zone. If you check other leagues,
Ikorodu actually have 44 points.
44 points.
Following that victory yesterday in Aba.
In Aba
They went
against
to
Enyimba.
Enyimba's home, beat Enyimba 1-0.
Enyimba trouble.
Arumala's 29 minutes effort was the difference. And
Enyimba's trouble is still on.
yeah, one problem too many
Yes,
with Enyimba.
on and off the pitch, they'll be having problems. You know, they allowed one of their best players that I like, Jonathan Atule.
Joseph Atule.
Joseph Atule.
Joined
Barra
Barra and scored the only goal for Barra FC
against Con Khalifa.
against Con Khalifa, which they won over the
So
weekend.
that is the uniqueness for me of the MPFL. If you look at the table, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point difference among teams. I mean, it's
And then the
unique.
defending champions, from all indications, are likely to be relegated.
Yeah, they drew
It doesn't
again.
happen anywhere in the world.
They might also escape relegation.
Exactly. They have 27 points.
Yes.
And they're on 19th on the table.
It's 27 or 26.
27 points, 19th on the table. And right now, Rivers have about 5 outs.
That is where I have a problem with MPFL. How do you mean someone has 5 outstanding matches to play?
Yeah, it's because of the continental
Because of their engagement
engagement.
continental.
Even at that, I mean, it shouldn't be up to 5. That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be up to 5.
Okay, sorry, let know you guys are making a case for them, but I think that
I don't have a problem with that.
I will also say the uniqueness of Africa. If it's in Europe in the Champions League,
Yeah.
you can take a train from England to Germany, but in Africa you need to fly. If you're going to play in Morocco, you need the whole week.
To prepare.
Yes, to prepare. So I'm not actually saying that the MPFL, but I feel that these are the conditions because they played their last game against a Moroccan side. So
Arrows back.
Arrows is back in. So they need time after
And they were well beaten.
Yes.
Try.
Well, they were well beaten.
They don't touch Rivers United, they're not completely for Champions League.
They are not the only ones. Look at okay. Let's go to the Nigerian teams.
That
You know that are participated in the CAF Champions League. Sundowns dealt with Remo Stars. The Ghanaian team dealt with Kwara United. Was it Abia Warriors that you know
Ashanti
even?
Kotoko.
Yes, Abia Warriors that not see the light of the day.
Just first round, they come out.
Go with us.
All right. So in Enugu yesterday, I was there to see the game between Rangers and Wiki Tories, and it was a very fantastic victory for Rangers. The first goal came through Wisdom Ibirim, and then the second goal was off the boot of no other, Godwin Obaje, and that goal was his 9th goal of the season. That guy is a serious striker. You cannot take that away from him. But of course, him scoring against his former side, he celebrated though, and which also means that this season, in the 2 games he played home and away, he scored 3 goals because when they played in Bauchi, he found the back of the net twice, and that game ended 2-2. And then yesterday, he contributed another goal, to ensure that his team secured the 3 maximum points. And when we spoke to the coach after the match, asking him the possibility of them retaining the league, he was like, okay, yes, he doesn't like to say it every week in and out, but the attention is about winning the league, but it's all about the team with the strongest mentality that will go all out to lift the trophy at the end of the season. So, as I speak now, they are second on the log, 43 points. We know that Rivers have an advantage with 5 games. If they can win 3 out of those 5 games available, they shoot back to the top. Yeah. But you can't take it away from a team that gained promotion to the top flight last season in Ikorodu City. I mean, now going to Enyimba, Nzobu, beat them, 1 goal to them. For their own backyard, they send out from field at home, straight they take spoil the mood. And of course, from Lagos, travel down there, that was huge, that was massive, that was fantastic. So I give it to Ikorodu City. And I like it. A very modest budget franchise kind of side, but they really dealt with Enyimba yesterday.
Yes, I expected that because of the trouble going on at Enyimba. When the management is having issues, it has somehow affected the technical area, then players will be on the receiving end on the field of play.
You're saying that when the head is at fault, every other part of the body will malfunction.
Definitely.
Can you believe it?
Can you believe it? AK. If you don't understand, leave it. See, not every program when they tell you the batteries. Now, they wait for they touch you.
Yes. I'm not sure they touch you. I like not minding my business. It is for this place, but I don't understand the kind this might be true. I want to say, okay, well, football with they talk.
You want to make them talk, then explain that for you.
Man, I won't make them talk, but I don't say that football with they talk.
You know what it's kick at? Curiosity. But whatever is holding you back, whether them they hold themselves, please let that spirit live with her. You guys should return. You guys have made us proud. The only team that have won the CAF.
That was decades ago.
Yes, I thought I'm bad pass.
He's getting close to century.
And then see the most decorated Nigerian side. So it's practically embarrassing.
And we heard that they locked out journalists yesterday in that game.
Yes.
Which is poor. I saw his press statement from Abia Swan, condemning that effect, and I hope that the body started with the responsibility should just look into this one and ensure that journalists are not, denied their rights.
Can you believe it should do something?
Okay, before we round over, there's one game that caught my fancy in the MPFL, and that was between 3SC and Warriors.
Oh, that game was played in Abeokuta. Yeah, 4-2 it ended.
Yes, meaning that 3SC have gotten 6 points off Warriors this season.
Yeah,
in the first leg,
they beat them in Ozoro.
The first leg, 2 goals to 1, and then 4 goals to 2. And against a Shooting Star side that I've seen them twice this season, they are not that fantastic. I saw them when they defeated Enyimba by 3-0, and I was like, wow, okay. I also saw them when Con Khalifa defeated them by 1-0. I was like,
2 goals, right?
2-0. I was like, this team, but they look for a way to get the results.
No, but they have the galaxy of players.
Yes, they
do. I feel it's just maybe down to formation.
Yes.
The
Gaffer Awero, he was the former coach of Ikorodu last season. He mentioned Ikorodu. He did very well. I feel that this season, because of, will I say in quotes, too many starts, it's affecting them. But they're in the bad position in the league. They are 7th on the log. And, I hope him to see what they will, make up their next game away from home.
Okay. We need to wrap things up, guys. What's the fate of Man U in your next game?
With the flavor, we're getting. You see that? See when they do that last time. We're getting back.
Don't be too confident.
I am confident.
Everton came to Old Trafford
with a red card and one loss. I know that story. That who they coach that time? No, you check the formation. Check how they play.
Don't start.
Don't
start.
I've always said it. I just like whatever he's doing. I like it. He should keep doing it. Like the boys want to do it.
Imagine when the woman say, keep doing it. Hey! Continue. Bra.
Okay, I'm talking about Mayu and Harry.
That's what I'm talking about.
Harry is a man.
Harry, come on.
Harry is a man. He said he should keep doing it.
He continue doing it.
Yes. He's hitting the spot.
Oh, yes. Thank you. So, Arsenal will take on Wolves tomorrow, right?
Wow.
That should be straight for you. Arsenal will
win. Well, what might actually share the squad with Arsenal.
Because there's already a blip. The points difference between them and Man City has been reduced to 4 points, right? So they can't afford to
drop
any points.
There are games where Arsenal will drop points, not against Wolves. They have Tottenham just allowed Thomas Frank leave. They sacked him. I think he got two. Well, I'm not even in support of that. He got to have not managed any side since he started his coaching career for 2 seasons. So I don't know why they are.
He comes into a temporary basis.
From 2016 till date, He has not managed a club twice, like 2 straight seasons, because he has been having differences. In majority of the clubs he has managed, he always have issues with the management, not the players. So I don't know why Tottenham, is going for him, but then against Arsenal is going to be a very, very tight one. Though Tottenham has been inconsistent. Then against Chelsea, I don't feel Rosenau will want to lose again to Arsenal. Those are the games you feel. I feel Arsenal will have a blip, right? Yes, but not against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Arsenal straight win.
Well, I don't.
9 p.m. is the time on Wednesday for Arsenal.
I don't even want Wolves to win. I want them to break that record.
I thought you said you loved Tolu Arokondale.
Who that? And I'm a brother now, but then again, I want Wolves to not my question. I want Wolves to break that record.
On your film, man, now I think your brother. I don't understand.
Now Nigeria, we are one.
Not be from the here you from. Good luck to Arsenal fans. It means everybody's giving it to Arsenal to win. Let them continue on.
Take the trophy.
Okay. And not support Arsenal. Where their fans?
Support her. Support. Not only for this match. If Arsenal go win league,
no,
you said it's Man City. Which bigger picture?
I'm supporting Arsenal. They will win Wolverhampton Wanderers only.
All right, guys. We need to call it a wrap. Emirates, your final shot.
Well, for me, I think, like I said earlier, it's going to be a comfortable victory for Barca tonight. And keep watching the show.
There will be no dubious officiating.
No. We always mean that.
There should be no dubious officiating. You go of Girona. That penalty should go to Girona this night.
Yes. Okay, I got Girona.
We'll be here next week Monday.
All right. Dick, how did it go?
Yes, of course. It's been wonderful. The MPFL, very unique. It's one league I love. And also the CAF Champions League. The big boys are always turning up. I saw what you posted about pyramids. With the money they spend on signing players. I mean, that is good for African football.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Anyways, Man U at the point where you feel confident being a Man U fan. And I don't care what you say. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear.
And the Man U went to Madrid well.
They're eating the sports.
It's all good. So that's the end of today's podcast, brought to you by Stadium Side. But the program is Inside the 90. Hope you've enjoyed what we serve you. If you did, please keep it a day to talk. So if you're not following us on social media, you're wrong. Cosmos Chukwemeka my name, and from me to you all, it is space, love, Puyaka.